Ladies and gentlemen, fight fans all around the world, let's talk some boxing. So what we're going to talk about today is sparring and its purpose. Because a lot of people are under the wrong impression about what sparring is all about. But first, in front of you, you're seeing this channel that's found on YouTube. I find it very educational and it really helps people to understand boxing. And there's nothing better than not just understanding boxing, but actually doing it. So check out this channel, JT Van V, PrecisionStriking.ca. Great channel, very educational. You're not going to regret being on this channel, okay? Now, in this channel, if you look at this video right here, all right, I'm not going to click on it or anything. It really gives you some idea, or it gives you a piece of a picture of what sparring is really about, okay? And basically, sparring simulates to some degree, in a controlled environment, what it's like to be in an actual fight. What it helps you to do is to, in a real case scenario, apply the techniques and skills you've learned, defensive and offensive techniques and skills you've learned on the pads while building power on the heavy bag and placement. Whether it is, you know, your stamina and conditioning, your mental mindset, when you have to do the speed bag, your coordination, your timing, etc., etc., etc. Okay? Now, you have to understand a lot of things about sparring I would love to tell you about, but first, I want to also refer you to his virtual sparring partner app demo. This gives you a visualization or a picture in the virtual world of what it's like to fight against someone, what it's like to spar. So if you haven't actually sparred anyone in reality, you can always get this app. You can download it for free. You just go to the website and check it out. I'm doing this as a free promotion to JT Van V. I think that his channel is worth it. Now, the purpose of sparring. The general theme is to sort of simulate an environment in which you're almost like in an actual fight. You're not going all out in a sparring session. No one ever goes all out in a sparring session. You'll have protective gear. You wear bigger gloves to prevent injury and damage to your opponents and yourself, okay? However, at sometimes, guys, you know, kind of push it to the limit sometimes in sparring sessions. You know, it's not always that way, but it depends on what it is you're trying to do in sparring. If you're trying to perfect a technique in sparring, right? So you got to understand sparring, there are different purposes for sparring. So if you find that there's something you need to master, whether it's a defensive technique or offensive technique, you can repeat this thing over and over in a sparring session, okay? So another thing about sparring and another thing about boxing is a number of times you're not just going to just spar different people and beat them up. That's not what sparring is about. It always is for you to come out better, to hone your craft. And so your sparring partner will simulate certain aspects of the opponent you're about to face in the ring. So these are all very important things to understand. If you listen to Zab Judah talk about being a sparring partner for Floyd Mayweather, he said, I am going to simulate certain aspects of Manny Pacquiao that Floyd Mayweather will see in the ring. Again, sparring partners are not supposed to perfectly simulate this, but they're supposed to deal with certain aspects of it. Okay? Now, when you saw Floyd Mayweather sparring, for instance, on the little video clip, and it was just a highlight of a video clip of them sparring. Of course, the other guy, he got his in as well on Floyd Mayweather. And a lot of times people don't understand sparring is not about going all out in a war. It's more about helping this person to prepare for the opponent that they're about to face. If you have not faced any opponent as yet, it's supposed to help you build the techniques and skills necessary by doing it's like a practical exercise, simulating a fight scenario to help you to improve on certain things you need to do in that ring. And you'll hear your coach saying this, do this, do this, do this, or do that, do that, do that. Or you need to do more of this. Okay? So you have to understand sparring. Yes, sometimes guys go all out in sparring. Sometimes the newcomers, they try to really pit their skills against the accomplished person. But sparring is more about dealing with and perfecting certain techniques. That's what sparring is about. If you come out of sparring none the better than when you went in, then it didn't serve any purpose. Okay? Alright, so that's why selection of sparring partners is important for simulating a particular kind of environment so that you can master the skills necessary for getting an advantage in an actual fight. Got it? I hope this makes sense to you guys. Have a great day.